Welcome to part 1 of the Exploring MathDisk tutorial series. In this video, I will introduce some basic tools in MathDisk by demonstrating function graphing using a 2D graph sheet. Be sure that you have logged in with your username before you start creating a new worksheet. To place a new 2D graph sheet onto your workspace, click the 2D graph sheet icon on the control bar. The new 2D graph sheet is placed on your workspace. Note that when the 2D graph sheet is the active object on the workspace, it is indicated by a blue cross on the top left corner of the active object. The 2D graph sheet's tool palette is displayed to the left side of your workspace. To begin entering an expression, open the expression block window by clicking the expression block icon on the control bar. When the expression block window is the active object, the expression block editor palette appears to the left side of the expression block window. Click on the 2D function grapher icon in the expression block editor palette. Then, click any arrow icon in the expression block window to place a default 2D grapher expression y is equal to x in the expression block. Now you can simply drag and drop the graphing equation icon inside the expression block onto the 2D graph sheet. The function is then graphed onto the graph sheet. Now change the equation in the expression block and you will notice the graph changes instantaneously. Let's try replacing the default values with the trigonometry equation y is equal to sine x. To enter a square value, use the Shift plus inverted arrow key or use the X square button on the control bar to type the square of any expression. The new expression will be graphed instantaneously onto the graph sheet. Sometimes it may be necessary to display two or more graphs in the same workspace in order to compare graphs in the different coordinate systems. In this case, simply click on the polar graph sheet icon on the control bar and move the new polar graph sheet anywhere on the workspace by simply dragging the blue cross on the top left corner. Now simply drag and drop the graphing equation icon inside the expression block onto the polar graph sheet. Any further changes to the equation can be instantaneously viewed in both Cartesian and polar coordinates. I hope you enjoyed watching this simple demo, and in part 2 of this series, we'll learn how to add a slider